guys, what's up? It's Captain Foley with you for another Captain Foley product review. Today we're looking at the McFarlane toys Kirk and Picard. We'll take a look at Picard or Kirk first in the packaging here. So you got the original series 12 plus Star Trek. Nice shot of Kirk there. Looks like something out of Timelines or Star Trek Adversaries when that was a thing. In the package there you got an extra hand. You got quite a good likeness of Kirk. Good detail on the body. The clothing looks really good. You got a communicator, a phaser, and a phaser rifle from TOS. And his pants and his boots. And on the bottom it says James T. Kirk, or Captain James T. Kirk. I do notice a bit of a flaw with the phaser rifle there. It's got a gap between the cylinders, so I'm not super pleased about that. We're going to have to see how that looks when I get it out. But so, yeah. On the back of the packaging you've got Kirk and Picard there, both showing their accessories and the stands. And then looks like next in the line is going to be Burnham and Spock. There's also a little ad there for the Discovery phaser, but I think that's been cancelled from McFarlane Toys, unfortunately. So here it says McFarlane Toys, and well, there you have it. So we're gonna open this one and take a look at him and his accessories. So let's get right into that. All right, so I've sliced the packaging open, so I can just open it like so. There you see him in there. He's got a little, it's like a animated series life support belt on. So we're going to have to take that off for him to get out of there. So I'm just going to give a little snip with the scissors. Let's throw those out. Oh no, his head came off. It's fine. Alright, so here he is. Push that out of the way. As I've said, he's got some exquisite detailing on the head. It's a very good likeness of Kirk, of Mr. Shatner. The clothes have a nice texture to them. They feel and look like material. The sculpting is really nice. The delta there is also super nice. Really good job. Got his pants and his standard issue Starfleet boots. Some good articulation. Again, his head just popped off. Zoom back out here. Oh, no upper oh, there it is. There is. This one was just a little tough. So, some good articulation. Nothing super great, but it's fine for what it is. It's going to be a display piece, so knees twist, foot moves at the ankle. So there's Kirk. Now we're just going to take a look at his accessories. I want to take a look at this phaser rifle first, because that's the thing that has me most concerned. And there's a bit of a gap there, which I really don't think that they're supposed to be. Those actually just come straight out. But they should fit in there nice, and I might have to fix that with my model building prowess. But yeah, that's kind of a bummer as far as that goes. Let me see if I can. Yeah, it's not going to work. So that's a real letdown right off the hop. They had quite a few of the Kirks at the store that I got this at, which was Heroes in downtown London. I might have to go back and snag another one because I don't like that. But other than that, the detail on this is pretty fantastic. Oh, little buttons. Got the little targeting scanner there. You can see it there. The gap's not that big of a deal. I should have checked the other ones. I didn't even notice that until I got it home. But there's your TOS phaser rifle. The cylinders like rotate, which is not great, but next up we'll take out the TOS phaser. Again, super great detail on these. I think McFarlane Toys did a great job. Could have maybe made the top part silver up there, but other than that, that's pretty fantastic. So we got that one, and next up will be the communicator. Slip it out. It doesn't close. The antenna grid does not close. It stays open. A little bit of grid detail there. Lacking a little bit of color. It would have been nice if the little LEDs were colored. But again, that's something I can do as a model maker, so that's fine. And then the last thing in here is his extra hand, which is gripping hand for the phaser, I would assume. It looks like he's set up to hold the phaser rifle at this point. So I'm going to set him up and take a look at him all assembled. I do have a bit of an issue with this leg. Look at how it's bent. It's kind of funny. I think it's supposed to be stepped back a bit. He's supposed to be standing like that, perhaps. It's an odd bend there. But let me stand him up and see what we got. Alright guys, so as it turns out, the hand that was already on him was actually designed for the phaser. It very snugly pushes in and it's held very tightly. So, but the other hand, that's the one designed for the phaser rifle. The phaser rifle I have since fixed with some glue, some CA glue. Actually snapped there as well. I was trying to fix it, but things are lined up properly now. There's a little nipple on the front of these cylinders that doesn't line it up properly with the back, but that has now been fixed. So yeah, I don't know if they're all like that. I need to go pick up another one and see, but it's lined up much better now. So yeah, modifications right out of the box. I don't like that, but it's a lot better now, so that's good. So anyway, we're going to get this in his hand and get him in a good pose. Alright, so the posability is not super great, and his one hand's kind of jinky. But it looks like it's meant to be holding it like that. So have him set up there. I forgot to show you the base as well. It's got Star Trek on it with the Delta. And of course it just pegs onto his foot. So there he is. And the leg issue isn't an issue once they're on the stand. It's actually pretty good. So there he is, looking all big and bad. You can get him posed whichever way you want, of course. With just the small phaser would be nice, but I don't have any with the phaser rifle really, so it's kind of nice to have him holding that. instead. So these pieces are extra. Have to find a safe home for them, but there we go. So there's Kirk with the phaser rifle. And it's kind of limited for posability. You can't have him holding it up or anything like that. At least I couldn't figure out a way to do it. If somebody else has done it, I'd like to see it. I think that'd be cool. But holding like this is perfectly fine with me. So let's move on to Picard now and take him out of the packaging and see what we can do with him. Actually, let's move this guy to his permanent home first. So I decided to put him up here in the ready room, just on the display with the 350 scale Enterprise and the Lawn Company phaser and communicator and Art Asylum tricorder. I just thought it was a nice addition right there. He might move at some point. Don't know if I'm going to keep him there. I kind of wanted to keep that uncluttered, and it's starting to get cluttered, but that's where he is for now. So let's move on to Picard. And it's the same deal with the Picard packaging. Star Trek at the top. Him and his accessories there. He's got his flute and a phaser. And then on the back it's the same, exact same stuff as on Kirk. Only difference is Kirk says Captain James to Kirk on the bottom and Picard doesn't. So I don't know if they're all like that or if mine's just missing the sticker. But anyway, let's open him up now and take a look at him. Alright, so I've already taken off the little security thing in there. Let's pop him out. Again, look at those legs. It's really odd design, but so the head sculpt on this again looks really good. Looks very much like Sir Patrick Stewart. Great detailing on the costume. That is command pips there. Love the texturing on the uniform. Love the double pleat. That's nice. Communicator looks good. Hands at the ready for a phaser. Again, the sculpting's nice. Looks really realistic. Same kind of articulation as Kirk. Those really weird lower legs. But so there he is. Now let's see if we can get this thing out of here. Afraid to lose this flute. Just like that. Just popped across the room, but there is the flute. Great detail, nice added piece for this figure. A little bit bent, but that's just because of being in the packaging. You can fix that. So the flute's nice. Next up is the phaser. These are secured in better than Kirk's were, that's for sure. There we go. So there is the phaser. Again, pretty good detail. This is one of the later season phasers because it's a little bit smaller. Not a super large amount of detail on it. Like I said, there could be some more control colors and things there, but there aren't. And it could be worse. It could be the season 1 Dustbuster, but it certainly isn't. So got that, and then the other hand, the Engage hand, where he's doing his classic Picard point, engage. So let's see what kind of positions I can get him into, and I'll be right with you guys. Okay guys, I was going to set him up in his engage posture because it's a cool little pointy thing, but it doesn't look quite right. And like Kirk, there's not a whole lot of opposability. So I'm going to instead put the phaser in his hand, but just wanted to show you guys kind of how that looks. And you can't really, I mean, you could maybe do that. That's alright, but it looks kind of, smell my finger. I'm Jean-Luc Picard. Smell my finger. So, I'm not going to keep that pose. The stand is exactly the same as Kirk's, just says Star Trek and has the Delta on it. So, little pin for the foot. But he stands fairly well. Once you get him on the pin there. Let me move this stuff out of the way. Kind of making a mess here. And let's turn the camera up. There we go. So yeah, I'm not going to keep him in that pose. He looks just too odd. So I'm going to swap out for the phaser. And I'll show you how to do this too. Just pull on the hand, it pulls off. It's got a little ball joint there, so be very careful you don't break that. Just take the other hand and kind of twist it on, make sure it's on properly. I don't even know if you can hold the phaser, to be honest. Looks like he's more designed to hold his more important magical flute, because I don't think that'll fit. Give me just a second here, I'll see what I can do. Well, I don't mind saying that these are piss poor designs, because look how he holds his phaser. It just does not look right at all. His hand just popped off again too. So he's going to have to be accessory-less, I guess. I mean, you can turn the phaser in his hand a bit, but it just looks really weird and unnatural. Even if you do that, I mean, I guess that's alright. Like so. But still, it doesn't fit super uber well. I guess that's more how it's supposed to be. With his hand on, or his thumb on the button. Yeah, I guess I might leave it like that. So there you go. So let's just do a quick wrap up of this video. This actually leg is really loose now, so the joints aren't great, which is a shame because these are such nice looking figures. But let me get them set up on the stands here. Hold on. Alright, so here they are, guys. The captains are both armed and dangerous. Kirk's ready to go kick somebody's ass. And Picard's his backup. So they both have the phasers. That's how I'm going to display them. I've actually decided I'm moving Kirk to a different location, so I'll show you that in just a second. But there they are, guys. Captain Jean-Luc Picard. I love the detailing on this uniform. Looks great. And Kirk. Again, the texturing on the tunics is really nice. You get to see his command bars there. Detailing on the phaser rifle is excellent, as long as it's not broken or not assembled correctly. Delta's great, and the likeness is very much Shatner. So kudos for that. Same with this. The likeness on these is absolutely fantastic. It's that new laser scan technology. At least that's what I assume it is. But anyway, yeah, so there you have it, guys. The McFarlane toys, Captain Kirk and Jean-Luc Picard figures. Are they worth picking up? I would say yes, but don't expect too much posability or choices in that regard. And the accessories are kind of meh. I'm keeping them in the packaging. I'm going to, so I don't lose them. They're quite small, but I'm going to keep them in the packaging and put the packaging somewhere safe so that should I want to change them, I can. But there you go, guys. Captain Picard and Captain Kirk. Show you where Kirk's going to live now. So I decided to put Kirk up on the shelf there with Spock and the Horta and Kirk kicking Khan's butt. So up high, I mean, doesn't look quite as much like Shatner from down low, to be fair. I noticed that when I was putting it up there, he's kind of got a more generic look to him, but still works. As for Picard, he's going down by my computer, so you'll probably see him in a few captain's logs, whatever. But there you go, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to the channels. Check out other videos and reviews by me, and hope you have a great day. Bye, everybody.